Hello, my name is Bill, and today it's all about the side dishes. Thanksgiving is coming, and I'm going to show you how to make everything but the turkey. Thanksgiving is a time that I remember hanging out in the kitchen and wondering how you get up early in the morning, cook all day, and have this amazing meal come together on time. A few years ago, I remembered eating green beans mixed with sour cream and dill. It might have been my mom's recipe. I could never find it, so I had to make this one up. This is a dish that you can make the last minute. No more green bean casserole. Ditch the can of mushroom soup. You can double the recipe for a larger group. I'm going to heat up a tablespoon of olive oil. Then I'm going to sliver up this onion. I want to show you how to do this just because a lot of people don't understand that onions aren't just chopped. Just going to stir this around in the hot olive oil. Doesn't have to be perfect. So much nicer cooking with gas. Now you can see it started to soften. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my tablespoon of red wine vinegar. I turn it down a little bit so it's splatter all over the place. A little fresh ground pepper. I'm going to put about a half teaspoon of dill. I've got half a bag of frozen cut green beans. What I'm trying to do now is just make sure that the green beans are basically getting thawed and cooked a little bit. Frozen vegetables are pretty already blanched, so we don't have to overcook them. So I want to have a big enough pan that it's in essence a single layer, so it's not all stacked up. So at this point, we can turn off the heat and basically set aside, wait for it to be time to be served and reheat it, but I'm just going to show you like we're going to be ready to eat it. So I'm going to put in, turn up the heat because it's getting real hot here. Melt in a tablespoon of butter. Ready. I said you want the heat off. Now we're going to mix in about a half cup of sour cream. And there we have a side that's all ready to be served. It's really nice. The vinegar really kind of adds a little bite to it with the red onion. You can use it for more than just Thanksgiving. It goes well with just about anything. You can serve this with any meat or poultry dish. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Hello, my name is Bill, and today I'm going to teach you how to make really simple stuffing for your turkey. I don't stuff it in the bird, I just cook it in the oven, but do as you want with it. I like to keep things as easy as possible. This is one you'll never forget. I use seasoned, cubed breadcrumbs. I just think they work out easier, they kind of hold together better. First, I've got a stick of butter melting in this hot pan. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw in a cup of onion and a cup of celery. And get this all sauteed till it's nice and soft. While it's cooking, I'm going to add a little fresh ground black pepper. And a teaspoon of sage. Just need to get the onions and celery just a little softened. They seem to be pretty good right now. So what I need to do is pour in my 2 cups of chicken stock. that to heat back up again. Okay, it's getting nice and warm here. Turn off the heat. We're going to add the cubes. We want all the liquid to be absorbed. So I'm going to fold it all together. You'll tell because also now the crunchy sound goes away. This is all ready. I have a baking dish with a lid that's already been buttered. I'm going to transfer all the contents into here. Get the lid on. In the oven it goes for 30 minutes. If you want a little crustier, you can take the lid off after the 30 minutes and put it back in the oven for 20 more minutes. It'll be fine. It's really easy. Tastes great. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Hello, my name is Bill, and now I'm going to show you how to make gravy that is perfect every time. Gravy is the best part of the meal and you never have enough. So I'm going to show you how we're going to make a nice large batch to feed everyone. The trick is to weigh the flour. I use a simple electronic scale like this. I also like to add fresh rosemary, thyme, sage, fresh ground pepper, and salt to my turkey when I'm roasting it to add flavor to the meat. It also makes a better gravy. After you cook the turkey, you're going to want to strain the pan drippings from the turkey and refrigerate until the fat congeals on top so you can scrape it off. That's what I have here. I always end up with about 2 cups, and I have 2 cups now. So, let's get started on it. I've got 3 ounces, which is 6 tablespoons of butter in here melting. And what we're going to do is we're going to whisk in 3 ounces of weighed flour. This is finished melting. The whole idea is that you now have equal parts by weight. You know, when you measure flour, it can pack differently. You know, if you've just sifted it, or you know, when humidity affects it. So weighing it is a much better idea. We're going to whisk all the lumps out. We're just going to cook it for a couple of minutes until it just starts to turn color. That's what we call a blonde roux. The hardest thing about this is you have to really keep on your whisk. You don't want to burn it all up. Once we get that nice and incorporated, it's looking great now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in slowly pour in half a cup of chicken stock. To immediately start to thicken. The reason we do the first half cup is really simply to try and prevent it from lumping on you, because this is going to be the kind of the beginning of the roux here, and of course it's going to cook up pretty thick. Then we want to slowly incorporate 2 cups more of chicken stock. Put a little in at a time. If you were to dump it all in, it would get too thin and it would never cook down. You really appreciate a good balloon whisk. And it's nice to have a pan that isn't square on the bottom so that the whisk can really get in the corners. There's more people pouring a little kitchen bouquet in for color, but when we put our pan dripping in, it's going to brown it up real nice. Whenever you're working with a roux, you want to cook it long enough to take out that raw flour taste. That's why this is really important to go slow and in the beginning cooking enough to start to change color. If this gets really thick, you can add up to a half cup more of stock. but I usually don't have a problem with it. This usually turns out just as perfect as this. Consistency is perfect. It's nice and hot. Yeah, that's what I want. So the last step is I'm going to put my pan drippings in, get them nice and mixed in. See how the color changed? You have some nice, thick, flavorful gravy and a lot of it. Make sure we get all incorporated. So, one of the things I can tell you is the hardest thing is keeping it warm. So I read something a few years ago about people putting it in a stainless steel thermos jug. Keep it warm before they pour it in a serving dish. Heck, I'd probably pour it right from the thermos onto my plate. And there you go. That's a big pot of perfect gravy. By this time I'm worn out and have done enough cooking. So I buy some pre-made mashed potatoes. These are my favorite. And I let Pillsbury make the biscuits. This is what my plate looks like. I've got my turkey, I have the green beans that I made in the beginning, my stuffing, and I even have the spinach souffle from a previous video, and my mashed potatoes. I got my gravy on top. And this is just perfect. You can think outside the box and enjoy a nice Pinot Noir with your turkey dinner. I have a nice Chenin Blanc here. I just want to say thank you and enjoy your Thanksgiving. As always, like, share, and ring the subscribe button. And have a great time.